Hi, welcome back to this episode. I am your host, Nick. This is your only platform to break up with traditional media and get four political parties and their opinions. If you haven't seen our first two episodes, they're linked right up here above. This is our third topic of the day. Trump has about 2 weeks left in his presidency. What is you and your party's takeaway from the past 4 years? And before we get to our guests, I want to respond to this first. My takeaway over the past 4 years is in my lifetime, I have never in the history of my lifetime seen enthusiasm for any politician like this ever in the past. Whether it be Jeb, Mitt Romney, I've never seen massive rallies, people holding Romney signs, Bush, W. Bush, even Clinton. I mean, in my lifetime, I've never seen any type of enthusiasm like this. So, it's very interesting from a non-party affiliated person to just see the base that he has amassed, and what his message was and what that continuation of that message was. I don't know what this means for the future, but it's just very interesting to take away that, months now after this election, you're still seeing massive amounts of people gather with Trump signs in support of this particular person. I've never seen this with Romney when he lost. I didn't see this, even with Barack Obama. I mean, there's not rallies of people holding Obama signs and things like that. They're going out and buying his books. So, I don't know what the takeaway is. I've just never seen anything like this in the past. So, Joe, from the Green Party, what is your takeaway from this past 4 years?
Trump's cult of personality is dangerous to the republic. The continued concentration of power in the office of the president itself, despite signs of danger in both the Senate and the House, continue to be problematic across the entire nation. He's expanded the wars, concentration of power. He's upset the economy, and this was even before we were addressing the COVID issue, trade wars, relationships with foreign nations, continued support of war crimes where Turkey was involved in Syria against the Kurds. We cannot sustain this level of cult of personality and concentration of power and continue to call us anything other than an empire in the process of failing.
Angela, what's your takeaway after 4 years of Trump?
I think populism inspired a lot of people to pay attention to politics, but ultimately it didn't do us a whole lot of good. I think that the revolution won't be led by a shadowy figure in the White House. That's been demonstrated. A real revolution has to start with you. You need to absolutely be willing to stand up against your mayors and your governors and to defy their local edicts and pursue liberty in the here and now. When that happens, the political class will truly fear us. And then maybe we'll see a revolution a lot more powerful than we did yesterday with the little capture the flag game. That's really what I think 4 years culminated in. Capture the flag at the Capitol.
Pod, what did you get out of 4 years of Trump presidency?
Success. Simple success. Booming economy. Talking about wars, Joe, we pulled out of wars. We've just had 3 Middle East peace accords that nobody else could do. I mean, the guy's been voted for 3 Nobel Peace Prizes. Now, will he get that now? And the liberals will stop that. The globalists will stop that. But it was totally successful. And what I foresee in the future with Trump, he's going to become more powerful. He doesn't need Facebook. We got Parler now. Parler's grown up in popularity. And as a people he's going to be a free man to say what he wants now. And he's going to find the voice, and I'm already buying my Trump 2024 hats right now to start wearing. I'm proud of him. I will support him for the rest of my life. And for all the people that like to kneel down for the flag, I'm a veteran, and I know the people at Arlington can't stand anymore. So that's what the Republicans are mad about. The people that kneel down, disrespect our country, disrespect our flag, and disrespect our president. So it's just going to get better and going to get stronger.
David, what did you get, and what did you and your party get out of 4 years of a Trump presidency?
The entire country got the worst presidency, bar none, that we've ever had, and that was before this disastrous last week, where Trump easily outpaced everybody to, I think, become the single greatest threat individual threat that our country has ever known as a person. Like, it's entirely possible Jefferson Davis might be the only one that could outrank him. And we are really at a time now, what's been kind of revealed is, I think Trump has provided a lightning rod kind of figure, or a coalescing figure, for all of these extremist forces on the right. This is the Al Qaeda of America. This is the ISIS of America. These are people who want violent conflict, who do not believe that we are living in the true way that this country was intended to be run, and that are willing to use any means necessary to go ahead and achieve their goal of a very unequal society that is much more in line with the Confederacy than anything that we would associate with America, or any sort of Lincolnian republicanism, which would be something that would be a much more egalitarian and inclusive society. And so it's a very scary time. I think we dodged a bullet, not just with Trump losing, but also winning those 2 seats in Georgia, so that the Democrats can finally do something. Because, by the way, we've also lost, as of today, over 360,000 Americans to COVID, right? And that's in just over 9 months. Okay, and so what have we lost as a country during these 4 years? It's incalculable, all right? But we have a whole lot of people who are activated now and who are fighting to take the country back. And so hopefully everybody stays very involved in politics, because we cannot rest at this point. We have to keep pushing.
So getting our next round out of you guys in our limited time, like I said, to start off, I've just never seen like a sports team rally of support for anybody. I mean, how in the future, Angela, how are we going to see, or what are we going to see in regards to like a libertarian parade of all of these gold flags going down the road, massive support behind that? I mean, is that in the future? Is that snuffed out? I mean, we're seeing this massive rally and people love this man. And you know, to David's, both David and Pod, I mean, opposite sides are seeing that this man has a lot of love. How can the libertarians capture that kind of juice?
Well, if I'm elected to chair of the National Party in 2022, you'll see that, especially if we get a principled libertarian who's skilled in messaging to run for the presidency in 2024, then you'll definitely see that. But the change has to come from within the party, and it has to come from within the movement. And that goes for all movements.
Joe, do you see in your vision, in your lifetime, these massive parades of green flags going down the road, you know, green flags in every state? Is that on the radar for the Green Party?
As Angela pointed out, it's about local organization. It's about creating the movement. At this point, I don't see it happening within the next 4 or 8 years. We don't have the infrastructure. We don't have the people who can create the cult of personality. Ajuma Baraka would be a great one to put forward. He's skilled. He's a good orator. He communicates well. We just don't have anybody else in the party that's groomed, that's willing to step up and take over right now. Angela and the Libertarians have been grooming people. Larry Sharp, I'll give him kudos, you know, when he ran against Howie Hawkins for governor of New York. You know, the Libertarians are further ahead than the Green Party is right now as far as infrastructure and messaging goes.
David, are we going to see boat parades of Joe Biden and Joe Biden flags everywhere, or is that in our future?
No, I mean, if you've read the Federalist Papers, or if we, you know, or if and when I read those excerpts that I read, I didn't read the whole thing, but the founders were very scared of a cult of personality like this, and a demagogue. We don't want this. We do want strong candidates. And in the Democratic Party, what I'm looking forward to, and one of the things that came up over the last 4 years is a very energized left. We have the squad coming in, and we have a lot more grassroots candidates who are pushing back against the more centrist and corporate-backed candidates. And that's going to be the struggle for the Democrats over the next 4 years is, fighting for the soul of the party over here. And one of the things I'm hoping more people do is also fight for ranked choice voting so that we can get more Green Party and Libertarian candidates. We can get a broader range of candidates to actually have a chance at the ballot box on election day, going up against the Republicans and the Democrats.
Pod, are these flags coming down? Is all this enthusiasm waning? And are those flags going to go to somebody else? Like, are we going to see a bunch of Mitt Romney flags or Ted Cruz's going down the road?
No, you're going to see more Trump flags. And, Trump doesn't need the Republican Party anymore. He doesn't need it. He's going to have his own party. And that's what's bothering people. Yes, he is powerful. But you know what? His message, he's getting to the heart and soul of mid-America, not the far fringes in New York and California, the people in Nebraska, Iowa, Western Pennsylvania, the small places. We hear him. He hears us. He listens to the people.
Well, I mean, let me throw a what if at you. I mean, I don't mean to. I'm not attacking, right? I want to get more out of it. A what if scenario. The Democrats are proposing impeachment and removal from office. If he's impeached and removed from office, he can't run again. He's done. Like, there's no second term. That legally he's not coming back, right? So
right. Of course,
if he's removed, then are there flags for Ted Cruz flying down the road? Like, what's that look like then? If Trump's done.
Well, that's a good question. I mean, they fear him. That's why they want to do the impeachment. They fear Trump and his power and the power of the people. So, if that would happen to Trump, I'm sure. I don't know if somebody's going to have what he has to bring to the table. Cruz, it could be. I don't know. I don't know who the next leader would be to step forward to have that kind of charisma that he has and that kind of leadership. I mean, the guy, was never in politics. He's called out every politician for what they are, and just an amazing person. So I don't know who the next leader would be, but if they don't get through with this impeachment, which I don't think will happen, you're going to see a run in 2024. And you're
Joe,
going to
final words for the Green Party. Joe, Angela, then we'll finish off with David. Joe, final words for Green Party.
Organize. Find your support, get local, pick your issues. Integrate ranked choice voting. It's a big issue. Going to bring it up. Okay. Signing off.
Angela, we saw 4 years of Trump. We've got a lot more going forward in the next few years. What have you got?
Get excited about liberty. Don't get stuck on cult of personality. They come and they go. And as you can see, they're not indestructible.
David, what's the next 4 years going to be like?
Democrats are going to need to keep fighting as hard as we have over the last 4. We fought for the last 4 just to save the republic, and now the door is finally open to actually get some really good advances that will really help a lot of Americans. And this will be a big issue also that we need to push on state level to help push back against the gerrymandering that's happened and try and get control of some of these state houses.
Appreciate our guests coming on. Thank you as an audience for joining us. Hit that like. Give us a share, hit that subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.